What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have another unboxing. As you can tell, this is a completely different setup from what I'm used to here, as I've actually just moved into my college dorm room just a few days ago, so I'm getting adjusted to the setting that I'm in here and just kind of living life right now, or just trusting the process and going with it. So I start classes in a few days, but thankfully I had an order that came in just before they did start, and I do want to apologize in advance for any background noise that does take place in any future videos, because it's going to probably get pretty busy here in the residence halls. So and I also do apologize for speaking a little quieter. I do have to respect some boundaries regarding volume and all that, but once I get more comfortable with it, I'll probably be a little bit louder. So if I need to, I will adjust the volume in the editing so I know what to expect for that and all that. So let's go ahead and get the packing tape off here from the top side, if I can. There we go. So this has a few models in here. I know that for a fact, so take out all the newspaper here. Let's get model number 1 out. I'll just put them off to the side here. Model number 2 right in here. And the third and final model at the bottom of the box. So there you see it there, all wrapped up in the newspaper. All right, let's go ahead and unwrap the first box that was found up at the top. So this one is... oh boy, it's a bit tight right here. This one is the JSX Embraer 145, a recent Gemini Jets release. I saw this at the Airliners convention several times, but I never bothered to pick it up. And I unwrapped this off camera, but model number 2 right here is the TWA Lockheed L1011 TriStar. So this will be my first ever TriStar in the collection. Looking forward to unboxing that here pretty soon. And I'll grab the third and final model in here. And that will be our unboxing for today. This one is a model for Retro FSD, and it is the Allegiant MD-80. This is in the newer Travel is Our Deal livery, so this is from around 2010 or so. So anything from prior to that, this may look a little inaccurate, but Waffle had a couple of these in stock, so I figured why not get that knocked out of the way, so that way I have that in hand for the next Retro FSD update whenever I do return home and have enough models to do another one. So that's just one of several that'll be coming yet for the holidays. This is not a holiday order, but for the holidays I'll have several on the way, hopefully. I'm currently eyeing one right now as I record this, but hopefully I will have that in my possession by the time the holidays roll around. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and begin the unboxing. First model up for this unboxing, we have this Jet Suite X or JSX Embraer ERJ 145. This is either in the April or May of 2022 releases. I'm not 100% sure. I can't think of top of my head right now. But there it is inside. There's the pamphlet there, all the aircraft information, everything. And on the back, we do have a 2022 release date on here. So this is one of the newish produced Gemini Jets models here. And there's a database sticker on there, which I'll just leave on the box for now, because I do plan on bringing these home, but for now I'll just have them on display in my dorm room. So item number on this is GJ-JSX2071. So first ever unboxing in the dorm room, and possibly of many to come, because I know that's probably going to continue to be a theme, so I do hope to continue to produce this type of content whilst I'm in college. And here we go. First model is out, and it is looking really good. Nice. Super happy I got this. And here she is, the Jet Suite X or JSX Embraer ERJ 145 by Gemini Jets. So they actually have several of these in their fleet. They also have a bunch of Embraer 135s, of which Gemini Jets does not have a mold of, as far as I'm aware. So if you want to have one of those, you'll be forced to do a custom. But regardless, this 145 release by Gemini Jets is really, really nice, and a nice, unique little carrier here from the West Coast. So starting off at the front, we got the little cockpit windows there, little JSX titles. There is the L1 door. There's the big X logo right ahead of the first window there, right on top of it. Got the JSX logo there on the engines, and you have the X also represented on the tail. Got some nice little red-tipped winglets there, or not winglets, but just kind of a red tip there on the tip of the wing, and then underneath you have this nice little design with the livery. And it looks like, yeah, just like a big red stripe that goes all the way down the fuselage and also along the wings as well. So there you see it there. Looks really nice. The amount of detail that they captured on this model is incredible for a Embraer 145. So you still got the little that little plastic bit there for the landing gear, and there's no detail on there, but again, this is 1/400 scale we're talking about, so you can't really have much detail to begin with. And I do want to apologize for a certain appliance that's in my room. It's a little bit noisy right now. I'm going to try and get that replaced, hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have here. And then there's a look at the APU, which is bent up a little bit. So you see the APU looks like it's bent up a little bit. Not sure if it's supposed to be like that, but I'll pop up like a reference photo or something. I don't know what I'll do yet, but yeah, maybe I'll just find like a reference photo or something just off of Google, and I'll kind of see if that's supposed to be the case. But I think it might be, but we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah. Apart from that, this is a nice little model here for the collection. This will go well for random model airports if I ever need to do one on the West Coast, and they perhaps have JSX service. Now I would like them to do the Top Gun Maverick livery, but I think that's on a 135, so that may not be feasible unless someone were to do a really super detailed custom. So that's kind of the unfortunate part on that. But this is a very fantastic model. Super happy to have this in the collection. Let's move on to number 2. Next up in line, we have this Allegiant McDonnell Douglas MD-80 with the Goodbye MD-80 box. So this was released in 2018, right at the time when the Allegiant MD-80s were retired. I actually saw the very last MD-80 Allegiant flight into Sioux Falls posted on my YouTube channel quite a while ago, so if you want to go check out that video, I'll have a card posted in the top right corner. I do want to warn everyone, though, that the video is quite shaky as I use the telephoto lens without a tripod, so that's kind of how I was back in the day, but thankfully I do have a nice little camcorder here that has really good image stabilization, so I don't really need a tripod unless I'm doing an unboxing video like right now. So this is the back of the box. You just kind of have the same as the front, but without much of the details as on the front. A little Allegiant logo down there, and all the release stuff is posted on the bottom, so you can see 2018 release as expected, and some of the other minor details. Database sticker right there. Item number on this is GJAAY1777. So here we go. Critical for Retro FSD because as they started service back in 2004, they sent these MD-80s. They also sent some DC-9s, but as far as I know, none of those have ever been made in 1/400 scale, so I will have to probably get Aero Classics to do one of those. So just kind of pop up the plastic cradle here, and there is the model as it sets it back in there. And there we go. Wow, that is beautiful. Such a stunning model right there. But once again, like I've said several times, it's critical for Retro FSD. And here she is, the Allegiant McDonnell Douglas MD-80 by Gemini Jets. This is such a stunning model here. I love this thing already. So this is in the Traveler's Ideal livery, like I said, the final livery that the Allegiant MD-80s ever wore, as they have obviously never seen the current livery worn by the Airbus aircraft. So starting off at the front, we got a little nose cone right there. You can see that little gray outline marked right there. Got the cockpit windows with the eyebrow up at the top. Got the L1 door right here, the big Allegiant billboard titles. Traveler's Ideal right here, and the registration November 864 Golf Alpha. And I believe all of the MD-80s have since been retired. All of them retired, and none of them have been transferred to a new operator or owner. And they are basically scrapped, if I had to guess. So I honestly don't know 100% for sure on that, but I think that's kind of what happened with them. Just kind of like all the American D80s. Some of them are still sent in Roswell or other boneyards across the U.S. But back towards the tail, you have the Sun logo for Allegiant. And then we'll flip it underneath. You see the Gemini Jets logo right there, stand hole, and various other minor details that are printed on. No antennae on this particular plane. It's a little unfortunate. And also a nice little red wingtips. So you see that one right there. I'll get the camera to focus on it. There you go. So you can see it right there. And a little red dot as well. So that might be for like a beacon or something. So yeah, that is pretty much everything on this second model here. A really nice little model here for Retro FSD. Again, I will need a DC-9, but I'm waiting for Aero Classics or someone else to do a release of it. Hopefully it'll be Aero Classics, because I know they do a lot of the DC-9s, and I don't think Gemini has a DC-9 mold that can be used, so really just have to be up to Aero Classics to release one of those. So hopefully that's done at some point, because I would really like to have a DC-9 for Retro FSD. But otherwise, this MD-80 will suffice until further notice. So without further ado, let's move on to the final model for the unboxing. And here's the final model for the unboxing, the TWA Lockheed L1011-1 TriStar with the Twin Globes livery. So this is one of the first liveries that the TriStars wore, as far as I know. I know the 747s for sure had this delivery worn on them when they took delivery of them. But this TriStar right here is very old. This is from about the 70s, so this has been delivery that they wore well back then into the 70s, and this is a model that has really interested me, not for any particular project, but this is just more of a general pleasure model, if you will, just because I enjoy the TWA TriStars, and hopefully I'll find a 747 at one point. So at the top, you got the Lockheed logo up there for the L1011, the L1011 TriStar logo, and then you have the image of the plane. You got the TWA logo there, just kind of blending into the background. There's the main TWA logo there, registration, November 41012. NG logo, 1/400 scale collectible models, die-cast metal. Kind of hard to read there on that dark gray background. On the bottom here, we have the Lockheed L1011-1, NG logo, registration, and the image of the plane, along with the item number, which is 31028. Database sticker there, so I'll just move that out of the way. Got Lockheed L1011, NG logo, the TWA logo, and 1/400 scale collectible models, die-cast metal. Top same as bottom, and left same as the right. And then here is the back, which is same as the front, but just with NG socials and all that. Just some basic information there. So otherwise, we're going to go ahead and pop in my first TriStar, like I said, and I believe this will have the NG collector card in here, if I'm not mistaken. I have to take it out here. Okay, this is kind of tight in here. There we go. And yep, there is a card, and it is the green card. So this is the new card that NG has since issued, but I believe it is the same thing, just minus the different design there. So you can see there, it's dated as of June of 2022. And yeah, it doesn't really update too much. I don't think it's much different from the previous card that I have back at home. All the previous NG cards that I have are still at home. But there's a back there, production number about 44,000. So they've made plenty of these already. And it looks like the card has sustained a little bit of damage there. You can see there, bottom left corner from the front end has been dented in a little bit. Looks like it kind of got folded there, so perhaps hit the box or something whilst it was in transit. And that fell on the floor, so I will put that up there for now. But otherwise, let's go ahead and resume unboxing of this, and that is amazing in there. Wow. So let's take that off. Take off the plastic sheet. And then, great unveiling. Wow. Oh my god. Holy. Man, that is just incredible. Look at that. Now I know why everybody raves about these NG TriStars, man. They are super duper cool. My god. And I just realized we have a bit of a technical fault. I don't know if anyone caught this, but it looks like a piece came off on this model, so I think I can just like slide it back in there. There we go. Okay, so this is like a piece for the APU, I believe, and it looks like it came off in the box, so that must have not been glued in there or whatever, or it just got stuck to the styrofoam really well during shipping. But otherwise, that piece slots in there perfectly, and everything is good as new. So, a bit unfortunate there for the lack of glue, but easy fix, so you're not going to complain too much. Wow, what a beauty this thing is. The TWA Lockheed TriStar by NG Models. Minus the little QC issue there at the back, this model is just 10 out of 10. Wow. So let's go ahead and do a review. So starting off at the front, you got the little nose cone, anti-black glare nose there underneath the cockpit windows, and then the cockpit windows up here. Got the L1 door, there is the TWA Twin Globes logo, and then 1011 just posted underneath there. Go ahead and zoom in on that just a little bit. There you go. So you see that 1011 right there, and there's the nose landing gear, which looks really good. So you got the L2 door there just before the wing, and then the L3 door, L4 back over here. Got the Rolls-Royce logos, I believe. It looks like Rolls-Royce to me. Yep, it is. So that looks perfect. Got 1011 posted on the tail, November 41012, the registration. And then the TWA logo up there, and then the American flag, and I believe on the other side, yes, it does have L1011. It looks like the paint may have smeared a little bit there on that L, so if you can see it there, that looks to be the case. But otherwise, printing looks really fantastic. And I love the red cheat line that goes all the way towards the back. So you can see it starts off really small, and then it gets bigger as you head towards the tail of the plane. And of course, NG had a lot of electro-polishing issues with this particular model, so they haven't been able to do certain models like PSA and all that, Eastern Chrome as well, but it looks like they might have fixed it because this is actually supposed to be kind of like a polished belly underneath, and it looks like they may have gotten that sorted out, so hopefully those two models are possible in the future, but otherwise, fantastic mold from NG. This is such a stunning livery right here. Stunning model and a stunning livery, or vice versa, I should say. Everything in between. So as the background noise continues to ramp up here throughout the day, and it's just a little past 8:30 in the morning actually, so it's kind of early for me to record a video, but I wanted to get it out of the way because there are some things going on today, so it's going to get quite crowded, quite busy, so I wanted to get this out of the way, so that way I didn't have to worry about the background noise later on and try to come up with some sort of plan B for the unboxing. So as I bring the models over, just kind of talk about each of these models a little bit and just kind of provide a quick outro here before I move on with my day. So obviously, like I said, I am in the dorms now, and content is expected to continue as planned. I have all the airport updates needed for at least through the end of August, all uploaded, so they'll be all uploaded at their respective times as scheduled, and I'll make the normal posts whenever I can. But again, college classes look to be pretty good. I have a light load actually, now that I have looked at my schedule multiple times and have actually figured out all that stuff, figured out a good routine and everything. So yeah, so content should be able to continue at least through the fall semester. When finals come up here in December, that will be a little interesting, but I should have everything all pre-recorded and all that, just so that way it's not a concern going into winter break. But once the holidays come around, content will come out as usual. There'll probably be more content than usual. But yeah, that's just kind of the tentative plan here as we look towards the fall and winter of 2022, and then heading into 2023. I'll figure out what my spring schedule looks like, and then I'll just kind of create a modified plan for that going into the future. So yeah, 4 years of college coming up here for me, so content hopefully will continue, but this is the first of hopefully many videos to be filmed in the dorm room. Again, I do apologize if I was a little quiet in this video. Again, I just kind of have to respect boundaries for volume and all that. I don't want to, I don't want to look like a weird person. I'm just kind of talking to myself when they don't really know that I'm actually trying to film a video, so yeah, that is pretty much everything. So with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.